Confronting challenges like a pro. Okay, I'm going to talk about another principle here in your business. Confronting the things that need to be confronted. So there's a lot of coaches. Yesterday I made a video about, long term, like sticking with the compounding effect in your business, not switching and trying to pull up seeds that you planted, 2 days ago because they're not bearing fruit yet. It's ridiculous. But the opposite is also true. When is it time to like cut bait and run, to actually confront something that's not working in your business and make a change? So last year I bought these beautiful hydrangeas, like they those big flowers that turn blue or they're pink. And I planted them in a box in the back garden, and it was right next to the sprinkler. The sprinklers that pop out of the ground, and so I'm like watching this beautiful hydrangea, big blue blooms, just get pounded by this sprinkler, and I'm like, it'll be okay, and then like halfway through the season, like, the poor hydrangea is like half of it's just sunburnt because it's getting blasted in the water, and it's like direct hit, and I'm like, man, I gotta like uproot this thing and find a new place for it, and it's so much work, I don't want to do it, but like it's clearly not working, and it's not in the right place, that plant, right? That's like, but the work, I'm like, I gotta go get the thing. I'm gonna have to it's gotta have a special soil. Where am I gonna put it? That it's gonna, the pH is gonna be, it's a whole thing, right? And I was just going through that in my mind. And I finally uprooted it and I planted it in another box. And I'm looking at it this year and I'm like, this year you're gonna do really well because you're in the right place. You're not gonna get hit with that sprinkler. And so I want to bring this principle here for you today. If you are just, doing something in your business that is clearly not working for you, all right? And so like knowing the difference is why you hire business mentors, right? To be able to look at certain things in your business, like maybe it's your messaging, or maybe it is your funnel, maybe it is something that you're saying or not saying, or continuing to do that is not the right thing to do, right? And oftentimes people can have a lot of resistance to changing or to switching something because it's hard. It's going to take some work. You're going to have to pull that thing out, I have to move it, I have to start all over with it in a new place, in a new way. It's daunting, it's too much work, don't want to do it. Yeah, but it's clearly not working. You can tell by the fruits, you know what I mean? Confront the hard things, and do the work. Oftentimes coaches don't know. They just don't know, like, hey, this used to work, why isn't it working? Like sales calls, for example. I taught coaches high ticket sales calls for well over a decade. Made millions of dollars with that strategy. Not doing it anymore. Nope. You know why? Because the environment is not supportive of it. People don't want them. Coaches don't need them. They don't want to get on them. And there's a much better way to enroll sales without them. Way easier on your team. If you have a team, you don't even need one. I cover this in my Peaceful Profits funnel. So this idea of like adapting and also confronting things in your life or in your business, oftentimes, this could be with health. Like, I don't want to go check that out. I don't want to go and have to deal with this, that can be a detriment. So just a little insight, a little invitation to really look at both sides of the spectrum. You might want to catch yesterday's video where I talked a little bit about sticking with things, and the opposite is also very relevant. When is it time to say, okay, I have tested, I have tried, I've done this enough, and it's time to adapt and evolve and do something different, and not let the resistance and I don't want to work so hard and all this other stuff stop you from making a change. Often a pivot in your marketing message, a pivot in your sales attraction system is what's necessary. Okay? So some inspiration and insight for you lovers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about the Peaceful Profits funnel, find the link inside the bio here somewhere. I love you.